Hey, what's up? This is Chosen, and in this video, we are going to be talking about how I ended up using 3 of a rare champion to get after this spider tournament, where we are only allowed to use rare champions up top. You can see that there. And we've got some of our Soulstone mechanics, Awakening, Epic Book, and a Void Shard. So I'm going to be getting after this tournament. I'm going to be showing you how to set yourself up for success and some possible champions to think about using to smash this rare-only spider tournament. Let's get into it. Alrighty, so first of all, Plarium does these events on a semi-regular basis, and you can usually at least get a Void Shard and some things like the Awakening mechanics and some Relentless pieces and some charms for the Forge. So whenever you do see a tournament like this, now that they've added a little bit of vault space, it's worth it to try and keep a copy of those champions that you used for that event, because you may see it again in the future. And if you're curious about the team that I am going to be using in the thought process that I'm going to be using for the rare only spider tournament, we'll talk about my team, and then I'll show you some other things to take into consideration while you are thinking about diving into it yourself on your account. So what I'm going to be doing is Spider 19 for this event. Now, I would like to do Spider 20, but I'm going to be using War Maiden as my defense down. So War Maiden being Force Affinity will be constantly be hitting weak on stage 20, and it won't work for me. I don't want to do 21 through 25 because I'm going to be using Cold Heart as my main DPS to burst the spider down, and Cold Heart will hit way harder on stages 20 and below because of the way the enemy max HP mechanic works. Stages 1 through 20, it works at full force. You can smash for over 1 million damage on the spider and on the boss because it has a much higher amount of HP, but that mechanic changes on stages 21 through 25, and the max HP damage is capped, forcing you to do different things like use an HP burn strategy or stuff like that. So that is why I'm going to be doing stage 19. And this is going to be the team that I am using right here. You can see that we've got the 3 Cold Hearts, and I'm able to get 6 Heart Seekers off to burst down the HP of the spider very easily. I could probably do it in 4 if I really like I could probably use 2 Cold Hearts with a reset and do 4 Heart Seekers if I wanted to adjust their gear and make it a lot better. But I think when I did 4 Heart Seekers, there was times where I got the spider down to like 10% HP. So I could make them each a few percent better and be able to burst down the spider pretty consistently with 4 of them. But with 6, I'm not going to have to worry. We do the 3 Heart Seekers, we reset, and then we do 3 more, and bang bang, we are going to dominate the spider. And then we've got War Maiden, like I talked about, for the defense break, and Renegade for the resetting of the abilities. You'll see right here we've got to have War Maiden as the fastest to break the defense. 1, 2, and 3. We got a bunch of Heart Seekers hitting for about 1 million. We get the lower of the cooldown from Renegade. Heart Seeker, and then another Heart Seeker. It's okay that one of the Cold Hearts on the far left died, because we're going to get another Heart Seeker and blast down the spider. Wait for it, and there you go. Bang. So there we go. We've got a 35-second team here for Spider 19, and you can see all the tournament points that I'm getting up top there. The 2 different numbers are going to be CVC, Clan vs. Clan, that's going on right now, and then also the tournament for the rare-only champions for the spider. As you can see right there was my first run. I kind of theory crafted the team last night, and then today it's time to dive in and use the team to get my my Awakening stuff and my Void Shard today. So, okay, maybe you don't have the exact team that I am talking about. Let's talk about some other champions and other options that you would have available to you for getting after this tournament if you would like to. And as we dive into that topic, I do want to say that the spider is one of the harder dungeons. It's not like the dragon, where you can just throw together a team that can nuke down the dragon and do okay. You know, the spider and the Fire Knight have some special mechanics to them, so don't feel bad if you are a beginner and you're not able to put together only rares to get after this fight, because it is going to be tough to get a good team together. And if you don't have 3 Cold Hearts available, or 2 with really good gear and a Renegade to reset, it could be a very tough event really fast. But I do want to talk about a couple other champions for sure. One champion I want to talk about is Dagger. Now, Dagger is semi-intriguing as a rare because you do have the AoE defense break of the big version on a 3-turn cooldown. But the unfortunate thing is you can see it starts at 50% chance to place, and then the books are only going to add 25%. So you can get this up to 75. You can use the Sniper Mastery to get it up to 80, but 80% is not going to be that great. I would almost rather use War Maiden and go with stage 19 to have a higher chance of placing the defense down, but Dagger is an option worth exploring. If you're not able to burst down the spider and you're having to do a little bit more of a slow approach, obviously Apothecary is one of the most famous rares in the game. He's able to speed boost your whole team and do some clutch heals, and also bring you an aura that'll be handy if you're trying to go the tanky route. So keep an eye on Apothecary if you are going the slow route and you're not able to burst the spider down. If you want to do lower stages just to get whatever points you can and work your way up the tournament slowly, someone like Elaine could be good because of the 2 AoE attacks that can really help you manage the spiderlings on those lower levels. As you get up and up in stages, you have to kind of rely on tanking the spiderlings or provoking them, HP burning them, stuff like that, instead of constantly nuking them down with AoEs because they just get too much HP to realistically do that consistently. Bellower is kind of the similar concept to Elaine. If you're just looking for a bunch of constant AoE, constant debuffs, breaking speed, breaking attack, defense, and just kind of a general slower team, with Bellower, he could be very well featured in some of those lower stages of the spider as well. For a super early, lower stage team that is trying to be tanky, Gnarlhorn can be pretty good at that role as a rare because he does have an AoE provoke. That is a 100% chance to place on the entire AoE with a 3-turn cooldown, which is pretty rare for a rare champion. And also, while we're talking about other champions, I do want to talk about Armature really quick because he is a very popular beginner type champion to use in the spider because he has got the turn meter suppression, he scales with defense, so he's tanky, and he also hits off of enemy max HP. So he would be great for an event like this. Unfortunately, Armature is an uncommon, so you cannot use him in the rare champions only. It is not rare and under, so you can't use rares, uncommons, and commons. They have to be rares, which is unfortunate. I wish it was like rare and under, so it would unlock a few fun champions like maybe Soulbound Bowyer and Armature specifically, but the way that it is structured, you have to use rare champions, so you cannot use Armature for the utility he brings to the spider. Also, before I let you go, I can show you exactly how I use my team, and you do want to set up custom AI if possible, just because sometimes things can get really weird, especially with these cold hearts. Sometimes they'll do their AoE Art of Pain instead of their Heart Seekers. So what I did was I just went in and prioritized the abilities that I wanted them to do really quick. Renegade's reset, but she should do that anyway. Warbaiden's defense break, she should do that anyway. Typically, it's just going to be a problem with the cold hearts, but just make sure you're keeping an eye on that, because if you just kind of set your team and then run it, you could end up failing with cold hearts doing the wrong ability and come back to a bunch of wasted energy or something. So you definitely want to watch out for that. And a couple quick tips while building the team with Cold Heart. This accessory right here is going to be amazing, the Blood Shield Ring. Because we're hitting with enemy max HP, we're going to be doing a ton of damage with Cold Heart, and we can get an insane amount of shield. So an event like this is going to be an amazing opportunity to use those Blood Shield Rings on a champion like Cold Heart that's going to be hitting for enemy max HP and doing a bunch of damage. Also, a quick reminder, remember that you only have to get 70% crit rate on your cold hearts, because the ability here of Heart Seeker is getting a 30% extra chance of inflicting a critical hit. So I ended up going a little bit over on mine just based on the gear that I had laying around, but you do only have to build 70% crit rate if you are only worried about the Heart Seeker part of Cold Hearts damage. But yeah, unfortunately, Plarium hasn't really added a whole lot of really good rares in the last couple years. They had a wave where they added champions like Reliquary Tender and stuff, but it's been a long time since they focused on adding good rares to the game. So admittedly, it's going to be kind of a tough tournament, and you're going to need some specific champions. I think the most popular rares that are going to be used in this are going to be Renegade and Cold Heart for obvious reasons, like I showcased in my team. So hopefully that helps you with kind of learning how to manage this tournament and be able to get after acquiring the Void Shard and some of the different mechanics that are up for grabs over there on the guaranteed side of things. So let me know down below if there's any champions that you wish I would have mentioned in champions to watch out for the tournament here, because we can all use the comment section to learn from each other as well. This is the team that I'm going to be using for success in the Spider tournament, so that I can get after those rewards on the right. And we've also got a CVC going on right now, so why not double dip a little bit and make it happen, spending my resources and energy to get after some more resources guaranteed. So yeah, that'll do it for me on this one. Remember to subscribe on your way out if you enjoy daily Raid Shadow Legends content. I will see you soon in the next video. Thanks for watching. Peace.